Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik again, and this is the Game War in the Pacific Advanced Edition. This is my play-by-ear match against KilRoy. He's a commander of the Allied forces, and for me it is the Empire of Japan. This is the game version 27B beta. And we're playing scenario 1 with no other modification. Yeah. We arrive at June 42. So here you could have the first carrier upgrade with installation of radar, I think type 21. It is at least possible, but for me, my carriers I think are still around Kabul, so maybe another day. There's an allied ship going down, don't ask me what and where now. The British submarine still is Medan, but not really inflict any damage, at least so far. So no navy battle. All of these turns are now light. The only issue is still if Hiryu will survive. I'm only one hex away from my dot base. And there was no complication, at least. Still ground attacks against the British Dragoon army. Some destroyed units, especially against tanks and vehicles. Overall very soft. Not more much for me to bomb. And KilRoy not really try the big Allied air offensive out of India. Skies of Nomaya also empty. Now it's my turn to suffer some ground attacks. Overall, not too much. Yeah, my 11th army defeated here the leftover units of the Chinese Corps. Bombardments of Nanchang. So this is ongoing for many weeks, but it's always going in my favor. I try again to take the city, and today I was successful. My Thai units, yeah, more or less it was a Thai unit taking here the lead, kicking out here the Chinese defeated, or the Chinese Corps division in this case. So I opened the road over the Himalaya, so I have now a land connection between Burma and China. So that is all what Japan can even achieve here. I mean, of course, sooner or later maybe I can clean out the army of Nanchang, and maybe super hard but possible you can also take Chongqing, then completely defeated the Chinese nation. But I would say in most cases the best outcome for Japan is to open this rail or road connection between China and Burma. If it really have too much impact, hard to say. There's not too much flow possible, but at least some. So this is now the Allied bombardment. Inflict some casualties, but on both sides. Good. So air losses was light. Again, not too much happening here. Ship losses. There was a sinking zone for the Allies, but hard to say where. I'm now 1 hex away from my dot base, but it's only a dot base. I'm not so sure if it's really help with the situation. Problem is that TAO is really now everywhere the red. System damage is over 50, flooding damage is close to 90. So if we can survive one more day, then maybe there's a possibility, but I don't want to ask for too much. So one smaller victory here with the Chinese battle, the ground battle with the Chinese unit was successful, kicking out here one Chinese corps or division. The same happened here. I took the city. The industry is so damaged, it's okay. Not that it will have a big impact. I have enough industry output these days, at least so far. And the New Caledonian Nomea siege is ongoing. I see no ships. I normally fly every day with recon airplanes, also of Comac or Luganville, to make additional pictures. I see a very small air force or air fleet here. No ships. And amount of troops is also not changing. So I think Nomaya is cut off, similar to the situation in Marshall Islands. There are some motor boats here, but I don't really care, not even try to attack. Sooner or later I must maybe start my bombardment. I'm making pictures and keep I monitor the situation, and I don't have really any need to push through here. My focus is to support what is possible to help here in East Coast Australia. But with scenario 1, my amount of troops are really limited. I could, of course, change all of my India army. This is more or less now here in Ceylon waiting. But I keep them here. It's too far away to shift them. I mean, I need weeks to shift them to Australia. Then I have nothing more to defend Ceylon. So I more or less maintain my army in Burma. I maintain my army in Ceylon, only to hold these two positions. I don't must go for India, but if KilRoy won't come to Ceylon back or attack in Burma, then I have immediately Japanese troops to hold the KilRoy's attempt. And what little is left for me, and there's really not too much left, is split between New Caledonian and East Coast of Australia. Plus, of course, slowly but steadily moving army from Darwin. But the Darwin army is also only 2 divisions, plus a little artillery. So not too much amount of firepower. I think it's not enough to win the war in East Coast of Australia, but if I can take Townsville, I am fine. If I can even take Rockhampton, I think this is the maximum I would go. At that time I control here the rail, and for KilRoy there's no main highway more left, because the Allies can use rail and highways to make strategic movements. So then I see here no possibility for KilRoy because if you check, he's really only small stuff, but no rail connection. So Rockhampton would be the best attack for Brisbane. It's a little. Then I would, if I not go for Ceylon and go for Brisbane, that would be another opportunity. Good. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.